Hello, and welcome to It's a Talk Show Now, which is a talk show that we have. Hello, I'm Martha. And I'm lowest voice possible Johnson. And today we have our guest, Chris Mic Adapter. Hello, everyone. Chris Mic Adapter, welcome to the show. And how are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing just real great. I'm real excited to be here. Chris, could you tell us what you do? Well, right now I professionally play Hey You Pikachu. Wow, that's so cool. I'm clapping. I'm clapping for that. Wow, yay, so are we. We're all the audience clapping so much for that. Yeah, clapping. Yes. And so when you say you professionally play Hey You Pikachu, what all does that entail? Well, what that entails is I go online and I connect to all the servers of all of the people who are playing online Hey You Pikachu, and I competitively play it. Interesting. And gameplay wise, what is competitive Hey You Pikachu? What is that? Well, you all try to get Pikachu to do what you're doing fastest. So you'll get all of the screens will show up on one screen, but tiny, and then you can also see your own screen, and you can follow along what whose Pikachu is doing what the fastest. So that sounds really cool. And I'm gonna clap. Yay! Clapping a lot. Now, doesn't that, tend to, involve a lot of people just all shouting the same word at the exact same time? Oh, yeah, there is a lot of that. Sometimes, when everybody's really in sync, we have a word for that in the Hey You Pikachu community. We call that, grouping. We call it grouping when everyone does all the same word at the same exact time, and then everybody goes, "Wow, a group! Am I right?" Wow, that's such a cool word. I bet you all are a really fantastic community. Oh yeah, it's meant a lot to me so far in my life. This community. Wow, clapping a lot. Yeah, same, very much same. Yay! We all are big fans of the Hey Pikachu professional community. Thank you very much. Chris, what does good Hey You Pikachu technique mean for you? For me, good Hey You Pikachu technique involves a lot of really diction. Being very careful with how you address Pikachu. You know, really, Pikachu doesn't like to listen, so you have to kind of the first try really counts. You know, just like how Billy Joel says, you gotta get it right the first time, and that's the main thing. Like that's how it is for Pikachu. Interesting. So when Pikachu doesn't listen, is there a way to save your play and try to make it so that you can at least just get first place, but with like a less good time? Oh yeah. So if you don't get Pikachu to listen to you on the first try, you can always try to just do it immediately after. Immediately after he gets back into neutral mode. You know, there's a delay when Pikachu doesn't listen to you. There's a period of time where he has to be like, no, I'm not going to do that, or no, I don't understand you. And you have to wait for him to be ready to understand. So the minute he's ready to understand, you watch, and we call it the understanding pixel. That's what we call it. You watch for the understanding pixel, and you will know it when you see it. And that also, some people call it the understanding frame, but really what you are watching for is a specific pixel touching a specific part of Pikachu's head. And that's when you go, Pikachu! And then you say the command. And, you know, we find that usually if you can really focus the second time around. We call it the second wind.
Wow, that's so cool. Your whole community sounds like it's got a lot of creative phrases for things.
Oh yeah. We call a lot of things, a lot of different things. We have a lot of words for stuff. One word that we have in our community that I've always been fond of is whenever you're out in that big green area where all the odysses are, but then some of them aren't odysses, they're just radishes. In those places, there's a word for when you're confused and you think one is the other, and we call that the big oddish dupe. We call it the big oddish dupe, where the odysses, they sometimes the radish looks so much like an oddish that you tell Pikachu to go interact with it because you want Pikachu to do something with an oddish. If that's the nature of the challenge that everyone's doing, you try to get Pikachu to go interact with an oddish. But Jeremy, he got a radish instead. Oh, Jeremy just got a big old taste of the oddish dupe. That's what we call it.
Wow, sounds like a very important thing to you all.
Oh, it's huge, yeah. Sometimes people wear T-shirts that just say the oddish dupe on it, and sometimes people even use it as a metaphor for other things in their life. Like my friend Kathy, her boyfriend left her, and she was like, "Man, I thought he'd stay with me forever, but he really gave me the big old oddish dupe." And that was my first time hearing it in the context of another situation.
Wow, I think that's so cool.
All right, so Christopher, what plans do you have for the future? I'm glad you asked. See, I didn't, as much as I have spent a lot of years, practically a decade in the professional online Pikachu community, there comes a point where you have to move on to different things. So I'm not going to quit Hey You Pikachu. I have no current plans to quit Hey You Pikachu, but I do have an urge to maybe try Fortnite. Fortnite looks like a really cool game.
Oh, okay. So are you wanting to just play around with it, or are you wanting to professionally do it?
I do kind of have an urge to try to get on Twitch and do professional Fortnite. I see a lot of people really enjoy doing that. I am a big fan of watching all the major ones. I go on Twitch and I watch a lot of people play professional Fortnite. Very famous ones, such as Fortnite Keith. Fortnite Keith is one that I watch a lot of, and I think that he's really inspiring.
Wow, yeah, I've heard of Fortnite Keith. Is he the one that swoops in with a big cape, and then he's like, "Good evening. It's time to play some Fortnite."
Yeah, that is him. He says it no matter what time of day it is. It's always good evening, and one time it was 8 a.m. and I was watching him and he said, "Good evening, it's time to play some Fortnite," and then he did, oh God, that guy's a legend. One time he was building one of the Fortnite towers that they build, and he made his man go all the way up to the top, and then he made his man jump off of it back down, and I was like, the man looks like he's gonna get hurt falling all the way down, and somehow he didn't. And I love Fortnite Keith for that.
Wow, that's really, it sounds like a crazy strategy. It sounds like a great strategy that he has.
Yeah, I'm big on it. So that's what I want to do. I want to learn to do stuff like that professionally.
Wow, but don't you think that your professional Hey You Pikachu life will conflict with your professional Fortnite life?
Well, it'll be hard to juggle, but that's why I have a degree in juggling.
Wow, that's fascinating. Okay, so now it is time for the audience questions. Yay, we were real patient. Yeah, you were. You're a good audience. You know that? Oh, well, thanks.
Okay, so who all would like to ask me something?
3 of you all specifically, only 3.
Who's first?
Hi, my name is James.
Hello, James. What question do you have?
My name is James, and I would like to ask, do you think that what do you think of the secret fan theory that Pikachu from Hey You Pikachu is actually the same Pikachu that Ash has?
I think that theory is nothing but a lie, because the Ash's Pikachu belongs to Ash, and the Pikachu in Hey You Pikachu clearly belongs to the player, and the player is just playing a random child. I think the Ash isn't even part of it whatsoever. So I'm not the biggest fan of the guy who came up with that.
Well, fair enough. Yay, we're all clapping though. And okay. Who's next? Hello. My name's Catherine. And I was wondering, do you think that there's such a thing as God? And if so, what do you think God thinks of Hey You Pikachu?
Well, I think that God. I'm not really sure if God exists, but I think if God does exist, I think God honestly disapproves of Hey You Pikachu. I think Hey You Pikachu is a bit of a sin. I think Hey You Pikachu is, it's fun, but morally, I don't think it holds up, because I think Pikachu himself, he's just a bit too mean. So that's why I think Fortnite would be better, because everybody is just building towers higher and higher up to the sky, and you know how much God likes when people build towers all the way up the sky as high as they can. So that's kind of another reason why I wanted to get more in the direction of Fortnite.
Wow, I see. Thanks for that insight. Wow, I'm clapping a lot to that. Yeah, I think that makes absolute sense. All right.
Oh, dang. Who's the last one? Whoever. I'm not just looking, I didn't mean to just look at you specifically.
No, it's okay. I can ask the question.
I mean, you don't have to. I accidentally just looked at you.
No, it's okay. My name's, oh gosh, I'm so nervous that I actually forgot my name, but that's okay. My question is, between Fortnite and Hey You Pikachu, which game do you think is, the most, smart?
Oh, that's a tough question, because I think that, both of the games probably took a lot of time and energy to make, and both of those probably took equal amounts of intelligence to make, considering when they came out, and, how much technology had advanced by that point. I think that the people who made Hey You Pikachu had a lot of different problems to solve than the people who made Fortnite, but I think they probably both solved those problems really well. So I'd say that both games are equally smart. Now, as for the messages of those games, I think that Fortnite really just has a much more grounded message, I want to say. I think Fortnite has an extra grounded message in terms of theology, in terms of morals, and in terms of overall poignance. So I would say that overall, in terms of actual content and in terms of the thoughts that it inspires in its players and its viewers, definitely Fortnite has to be the smarter work as a work of art and as a as a thing that you can play. Well, thanks. I actually disagree with that, but I appreciate your thoughts on that. Well, that's cool, I guess. I mean, that I still respect that. Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Christopher. Oh, are you okay? You just fell all the way down. Oh God. Yeah, I had just broken this foot, and but I think I'm good. Do you need help? You okay, man? Is anyone here, doctor? Okay, well, all right. So we're gonna end the show here, and we're gonna go ahead and call an ambulance. The Christopher, it's been great to have you. Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. I'm your host, Headphones, and I'm Martha. I'm Lowest Voice Possible Johnson, and thanks for watching whatever this was called.